He's not about, all the trash talk and the crazy. He's about going in there and taking care of business. And that's what we need in today's, boxing arena, is somebody who's able to come out, and bring everybody together without this divisive tactics, without this bullshit back and forth banter. Somebody who's able to bring everybody out, put everybody's asses in the seat, and make some money and take care of business. Errol is the truth. He is the new face of boxing. Canelo, let me tell you something, man. I got an issue with Canelo. Man. Fighting Quigley and John Ryder, these homeless bus drivers and people. Canelo, you're supposed to be the face of boxing. Design giving you over $300 million for 11 fight contract. Man, get your behind in there and take care of business and show what you're made of. I really believe that Floyd Mayweather fight put a bad taste in his mouth when Floyd whipped him like he was his daddy. I mean, because let me say this, because he's afraid to fight fighters with footwork. He's afraid to fight fighters with footwork. He's not worried about power.
Right.
He's afraid to fight fighters with footwork because he comes from that Mexican style of straight up, head first, Rocky Balboa type fighting. And that type of fighting is not going to do well at the top tier, in the top echelon of the boxing rankings. Because when you get up to the top, you got like guys like the Charlos. Now, let me say this. Jamal Charlo is a powerhouse, an absolute powerhouse. The man brings power, he brings agility, and he brings speed. Canelo's afraid of it. He went over to Kovalev, and I believe that fight was fixed. I'm not going to say anything more about that. But he went over to Kovalev, who's the same height as Charlo. Went over to Kovalev, similar reach as Charlo, but doesn't have the same power as Charlo, doesn't have the same age advantage as Charlo, the same, ability to be.
He was a foot out of the door. Kovalev came out saying, if you thought I could beat Canelo, you don't know shit about boxing. That's verbatim out of Kovalev's own mouth, because he said during the negotiations, Canelo is like a diva with the fact that he wanted a rehydration clause. He also wanted Kovalev, to fight him in 2 month span right after he came off a tough fight against Yard, and he almost got stopped. So let me give you this information, because Oscar De La Hoya got asked, would you fight Canelo? And he didn't say no. He said he's open to it. Now it'd be crazy if Oscar De La Hoya come out of retirement and fight Canelo Alvarez, to show him what it's like to have cojones and fight the best. Because Oscar De La Hoya, we already know they're only talking through lawyers. I've been telling everybody that will listen, they've been beefing, because Oscar kept telling Canelo, in order for you to define yourself as pound for pound number one in the game, you have to fight the likes of Andrade and Charlo. But Canelo, on the other hand, he don't want none of the smoke. He don't even mention their name, let alone negotiate, let alone fighting them, right? Now, Oscar De La Hoya is living by example, because he want to fight Canelo. So what do you think about that?
This is what Oscar's saying. Oscar fought the best in his time. Hence why he was the face of boxing in his time. He's saying, you're making the Mexican people look bad, man. He's like, listen, these are my people. I built this platform, this paradigm. And you're coming up behind me under my people, under my promotion, under my names, under my lineages, and making us look bad. Fighting these people who are off rank and off books. This is almost like for God's sakes, man. This is like the Otto Wallen fight versus Tyson Fury. You're cherry picking out here, and if you get hurt and if something comes up amiss and you look bad, then that's our entire franchise. Your name is no longer valuable in the name of fighting the greatest in the top fights in the industry. We paid you, Design has paid you over $300 million to get on this stage and this platform in front of the world, and you're fighting people who literally bring no asses to the seats, that no one knows about, no one cares about. You're destroying your own brand, your own legacy in the name of the Mexican people. And that's what Oscarina Fishnet is up there doing right now. He's saying this, he's coming out like that because he's trying to let Canelo know that you're destroying our lineage. The people like Chavez, the people like, that's why Chavez and his son got to, there you go.
Barrera, Morales, all of these legendary Mexican fighters, they told him to fight Charlo and Andrade. And what does Canelo do? He get pissed at them and claim that Marquez is hating. And Oscar, he want to talk to him through lawyers. And he don't have the cojones like Andrade told him to step up and fight the best. It's like a point you brought up earlier when you talked about, that Floyd Mayweather loss really affected him. Because, see, Oscar is looking at Canelo like, bro, you ain't even undefeated. You don't even got an O, bro. Like, why are you scared to lose? Like, you already lost. It's one thing to be undefeated and you don't want to lose the O, but it's another when you already lost and you already robbed Lara in a bout you truly lost and you don't want to give him a rematch. You know what I mean? So the point is, Canelo can't keep maneuvering forever, and if he keep maneuvering forever, then his career is a failure if he doesn't fight Charlo or Andre, because you could run, but you can never hide. What's crazy is Hopkins came out, right? Hopkins came out and stated that, listen, man, if Canelo fight Jason quickly, or whatever his name is, he said it's okay, right? He said it's okay as long as he fight Charlo next, you know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's cool. You remember Andre Ward. He signed to fight Kovalev 3 fights prior. So it don't matter who Andre Ward fought at the time. We already knew he was going to fight the best at the time at the 175 pounds when he was really the crusher.
This fight has been over 5 years in the making, and he still hasn't made it. You only got, how many, 7 fights left on the DAZN contract? Come on, man.
And it's a bad look. Hopkins said that Oscar is serious about facing Charlo. So you're telling me Oscar is about to come out of retirement to face Charlo, and Canelo don't even have the cojones to call them out, to even mention their name. Forget about fighting them. I mean, Oscar is already talking about he want to fight Charlo. Canelo, on the other hand, he won't even mention their name. And he gave up his title and requested a French fries belt to avoid Jamal Charlo. He avoided Jamal Charlo at 154 and avoided Andre when he was 1 belt removed from becoming undisputed at 160. Man, this man keep making his fans look bad because they ran out of excuses. They keep bringing their dusty excuse to the table, but we too fresh for that. We too clean. You got to come with a new excuse. We stay knocking out all these dusty excuses, and they are afraid to call in. They are afraid to call in. So what's your take on Oscar De La Hoya saying that he want to fight Charlo and Hopkins co-signing it, right? And Canelo don't even have the cojones to mention their name. What's your take on that? Subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about them, and if you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these decafs, the dumb casual ass fans that don't know ish about boxing. Word to Roger Mayweather, may he rest in peace, inshallah. If you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live on Split Decision. It's a boxing debate / talk show, mixed, master engineered, produced by yours truly, Akhi, that knocks out all the decafs for his Akhis. So with that being stated, quit treating me like the Mike Tyson of debating, the most feared, knocking out all the decafs every single time. I want to make a public announcement. For all the trolls, the YouTube trolls that stay mentioning my name in vain, they clout chase off my name. The least you could do is grow the cojones and call in on Split Decision. All you do is talk about Akhi on your channel. So if you happen to be one of them people, quit being a ghost, show up, call in. That's the least you could do. Quit telling lies, telling the people that view your channel y'all down to challenge Akhi, y'all willing to put the blemish on Akhi record, because that's a bunch of cap. Because anybody can get it on Split Decision. It don't matter who you is. You could be a coon, you could be a troll. I will end your coon or trolling career. So call in. Like I said, these YouTube trolls, I will end your career. Just call in. I give people that don't have a platform, people that call from the UK, not just 10-minute slots, not just 20-minute slots, 30-minute slots, if they come in with a real debate. So if you got cojones, call in, because you know I want all the smoke, and just like Loaded Lux, you're going to get this work on Split Decision. And it won't be Split Decision. You won't be saved by the bell. It's going to be a KO. So if you got a cojones, call in, quit lying to y'all decafs, quit trolling. Like I said, I will end y'all trolling career, y'all coons, and everybody, anybody can get it. Old media, all the decafs wizards, the decafs themselves, and the trolls on YouTube. So the number in the description box. If you want a one-on-one appointment, just text me. Like Terrence Crawford told Errol Spence, save it.
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I bet
witness there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, cause anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.